You're back with the KroBros. I'm Brent, this is my brother Adam, and our fearless cameraman Patrick. You are out here on the beautiful Crow Ranch today. We've got something really special in store for you.
Remember, a restraining order is just a love letter that says we're making it official. We're gonna find out what happens when you take two guys, one cup.
No, wrong. Sorry, that was the OnlyFans thing. KroBros today.
Right, two guys, two Glocks, and a steaming bowl of opinions. Let's figure it out. Let's go.
Are you having a seizure?
All right, so we've shot the 43X, we've shot the 48. We talked about how it was a major disappointment, like I have been to my mother my entire life, until Shield Arms came with that 15-round magazine, and we put it back in the game, right? Put that 43X and that 48 back in the game.
On March 13th, 2020, everybody remembers what they were doing that day.
I tried to forget this, concentrating on the next film, which...
I went out, I won't lie, Brent. I went out and panic bought a 43X. The news was going nuts, so I went out, I bought a 43X. That was 4 years ago.
You'll only be 4 years older, but over 50 years would have passed you on Earth.
Lots happened in 4 years. As I've got this weapon and I take it down range, I'm like, okay, everybody around here's got red dots, but I ain't got no red dot. Oh, everybody around here's got these sexy comps on their weapon. I don't have a comp. And I started feeling very left out. So I decided to go out and find a red dot. And I'm like, okay, it costs about 150 bucks to mill the top of your Glock. And then I started looking at comps and the barrel that you would have to have for comps, and it got astronomically expensive. Frankly, it would have cost more than a new weapon. But there was a solution. Palmetto State Armory. And for $179, guess what? I took my existing 43, I put a brand new slide on it, and it has absolutely turned it into an entirely different weapon. This slide for 179 bucks, calm down, has a beautiful comp built into it. The notion that I'm already using my stock barrel.
Yeah, and guide rod, right?
And guide rod. The idea of throwing a Holosun 507K on there.
Why don't you go straight for the hostage? Let's see if you can get some pinpoint accuracy out of that red dot. Remember, if you're not shooting a red dot, what are you doing with yourself?
This one will do nicely. Let her go.
Just low, just low. Just high.
Well, I can tell you with having shaky hands, it's not even fair. This feels absolutely amazing.
So let's see how this feels. Let's see if it's all the hype. What is it supposed to be, like a 15 to 30% recoil and reduction in recoil?
That's what I hear other guys saying on their reviews. I don't know how you would quantify that. It's actually only 17.5%. Right. I have no idea.
48%.
Well, let's see how it tracks. Let's see what it does. Put another mag through it, see what you think.
God, that's easy to keep on target. Nice shooting.
Nice shooting, soldier!
So you got what you've got in your hand is a 4-year-old gun that, you know, didn't have a red dot and comp, and for less than 200 bucks, you've turned it into a weapon that's all whiz bang and 2024, and was it worth it?
I am able to track the red dot in recoil with it. Now, neither of the other guns have a red dot on them, so it's kind of hard to say how much better it does. But for $179, which is
$10. $5.
the same amount of money you would have spent to send in that slide and have it milled, you got a compensator built in with it.
You want to say something snappy? Now would be a good time.
I think it's still pretty snappy, to me.
Can you tell a difference?
It hurt my hand.
They're snappy.
Hurts my fingers.
Adam and I were sitting around talking with Patrick, and we had a couple of viewers request the 43X. And we're like, you know what?
I own a 43X.
Yeah, this is real easy. We all own a 43X. We didn't have to go out and buy anything, do anything, or otherwise for this. We just said, okay, everybody bring your EDCs in and we'll do this. So I want to make sure that we're prefacing that because I love Glock. I think you do as well.
Glock.
I love lamp.
I trust them with my life. I carry them, and I shoot them implicitly, and I think they're a very quality firearm. I think they missed the boat with their magazine capacity on this, and I think it's because of that stupid polymer-coated magazine rule that they have.
That's plenty.
And I think that with what the future has in hold for Glock and what they're doing and what direction they're going to have to go in, it's going to be really interesting because the theme now is micro compact, small 9mm that hold 100 rounds. Glock's going to have to get around that somehow. So I'm very curious to see what's in Glock's future in the next 3, 4, 5 years, trying to keep up with this particular market. What are you going to do, Glock?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room for just a moment. The X Macro P365.
Okay.
17+1.
Yeah.
Built-in comp.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that needs to be happening in the Glock world if they want to stay in the race.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that.
Now, after getting a chance to shoot the PSA slide, it was a noticeable difference, but not a big noticeable difference. Is it that performance edge that you want or looking for and it could still carry? That's on you. I don't know. Is it for me? It's not a deal breaker.
Are you willing to pay $200 to upgrade your 43X just for the muzzle compensate, just for the comp?
For the comp, no. No, it's not worth it to me, in my opinion. I'm not a carry gun, but you have to understand, for me, a 48 is kind of that pistol that nobody asked for. It's just that longer slide. It does shoot a little better, but I'm more concerned personally about carrying it than shooting it because it's not going to be something I'm putting thousands of rounds through. I'm not going to be hard training with it. I'm going to make sure that I'm proficient with it and it runs and it's reliable and I can make hits to a distance, you know, in self-defense engagement ranges of like 7+ yards or otherwise. But yeah, I just don't see the value in it.
It's 2024. Do you think that we absolutely brought this relatively older weapon into the modern age for $200?
Absolutely. I think the majority of that was done by the Shield Arms 15-round magazines, getting that capacity where it should have been when it was released, Glock, and then getting a red dot on it, which now they're doing the MOS version of the 43X and the 48 that have the optics cut and a little light rail. But a lot of these that came out for the first few years didn't have that. So getting it caught back up, and for all those people out there that have the originals like we all do, for $179, that's totally worth it to me. It is, because I can carry this in this configuration, take the slide off, take the barrel and recoil assembly off, put it in that slide, and now I have an awesome range toy. Or something I can really go train with and put some rounds down range, or just get some more trigger time, but I still have the same trigger, the same barrel, the same everything that I do in my carry gun. So to me, there's some value in that as well.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. That's going to do it for us here at Beautiful Crow Ranch. Remember, gun channels are demonetized on YouTube. Please use the links in our description below to buy stuff at our campsite or at our Amazon link. Doesn't matter what you buy, we get a couple bucks. So please use the links. We really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Boom!